I feel like I'm back in class because I'm talking to Terry Schrieber, who is one of the world's premier teachers of the craft of acting, and yet he's here tonight because he presented for Outstanding Director. And your long list of directing credits really astounded me. I didn't have any idea, so thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And let's talk about directing. When you get a project and you're about to direct, do you approach it depending on what kind of playwright it is? Is it always a different experience, or do you have a process?
My only process is my own production book that I get together. I mean, if it's a living writer, I love to meet with the writer and discuss ideas I have about it in case my concept is way off and something they don't want. I really am there, as all of us are, to serve the writer. And that's my big goal. But I do a very elaborate production book of biographies and scene breakdown and line breakdown. I had the good fortune to work with Harold Clurman, and I really use what Harold did because when I finally learned that, it's golden.
I remember that from acting classes and directing classes, I should say, the side-by-side and the columns. And
that's right.
Yeah, I remember. And now I know that you... of late, you've been doing a lot of Tennessee Williams. Is he a particular favorite of yours?
Oh, yeah. I think Tennessee Williams, Chekhov and Tennessee Williams, and probably Harold Pinter are my three favorite writers. And there's so much Chekhov in Williams. As a matter of fact, I'm doing Summer and Smoke this spring.
I saw that. I want to audition, but I can't.
Right. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah, I love Williams's work. Yeah. And that new biography by John Lahr is terrific.
Is it?
I'm about 200 pages into it. It's just wonderful. And he's such a good writer.
Well, speaking of writing, you've written a few things yourself. You have a book on acting, I believe, but you also have, you've got another book. Is it more recent? Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's more recent. It's in the last year or two. You know, at this point, it is not done very well. Do you have the name of it?
I do. Let's see. Producing on a Short
That's
Shoelace.
right. I had something else going in my mind, but it's Producing on a Short Shoelace. It's about my 20 years of experience Off-Off-Broadway and all the things I did wrong and a few of the things I did right, you know, and learning from that. And
I can't believe you ever did anything wrong.
A lot. A lot, because there's a lot of mistakes, you know, that you make along the way that you learn from, and also learn who to hire and who not to hire for certain positions.
I was going to ask you that. Well, because, you know, of course, about the mistakes. You can't learn unless you take the risks, and that leads to some mistakes, but it also leads to some genius moments. But working you work with hundreds of thousands of students, and you also direct them in the productions at the studio. Right. But you've also worked with famous, established, quote-unquote, legit actors. Is there a difference? Do you approach them differently?
No, I think I try to create a very relaxed rehearsal atmosphere. I don't want to push for results too soon, and I want the actors to feel very comfortable that they can work, that they can take chances, they can take risks, and that's how we'll find it together. I really like the actor to come up with it. I have down suggestions of actions if all else doesn't work, but I hang back on that because it's a collaborative thing between you, the director, and the actor, and I think you've really got to connect to make it work.
Well, you are the master at creating trust and building people's confidence in themselves, and so thank you for that.
Okay, thank you.
I finally get to say thank you, and thank you for joining us tonight. It really is a pleasure.
Thank you. It's great to see you.